Hey guys, this is Keith with KJ Aquatics, and this is an impromptu pop up. So I was looking at the calendar at fishfam.link, and no one's on right now until looks like, let me see, it looks like 6 p.m. So we can shoot the breeze if you want. Let's see if anybody shows up. So we'll see. There's my buddy Jorge. What up? What up, George? Um, Thanks for popping in. Again, this is like impromptu. I just was sitting here at my desk. I looked at the fishfam.link calendar. No one's online, or no one's scheduled. There might be people on there, but so I said to hell with it. I want to try to get my watch hours up a little bit. I don't stream that much. I streamed earlier today with a live unboxing. That went really well. We got a lot of good stuff in. What's up, Jeff? And Jeff was actually bugging me to do more live, so this is partly his fault. What's up, Mark? Got my order today, and thank you. Well, hopefully it showed up good. You're not yelling at me, so obviously it was okay. So great, and I always appreciate the support. So you three right here that are in chat right now actually, do a lot to support me and my small business, and it's 100% appreciated. I can tell you that. Every dollar, excuse me, every dollar, every dime that you guys, spend at KJ Aquatics, it's really appreciated because, I'm not begging for money, but always looking for business. Let me say that. This is our full-time job. So KJ Aquatics is, if you don't know, is a small family-run, veteran-owned business. Everything you see on the website is in stock. Hopefully, there's occasion and that you order something on the website and I was out because inventory gets screwed up. That happens a lot with live goods. A lot of times we'll bring in, just for an example, we'll bring in 20 bunches of hornwort, and I input the inventory and I sell 15 of them. So it should say I have 5, but sometimes I get a little generous and I give a little bit extra to certain people and I don't account for it in inventory. Or there's times I'm dealing with live goods, with plants. It cracks me up sometimes. People don't associate plants as being live. They just associate fish. But anyways, sometimes stuff dies. You get it in stock and say you order 20 of them, and 5 of them die, but you don't account for the inventory. So inventory can get, fudged up on the website. Dry goods are usually good, but I screw that up sometimes too. You know how I screw that up? I'll tell you how I screw up my inventory on dry goods. We don't have our point of sale system integrated into the website. Not yet. I'll bug Matt later on if we get a little bit bigger. But when we do shows, when I do shows or I do swaps and whatnot, I might have 10 jars of XYZ fish food. I go to a show, I sell 4 or 5 of them, and I forget because I got to do it manually. I'll forget to adjust the inventory, and that gets fudged up. But anyways, I see 12 people in here right now, and I'm going to scroll up real quick and just say howdy. Frogs, Fish, and More, hello. Mr. Jeff, I said hello. Did Joe Perez ever? No, he did not. He has yet to reach out to me, Jorge. So if you could give him a little kick in the britches, I would appreciate it. So let me see. Crystal, Wank Master. Unless something happens, I plan on being at the NAS swap. Yeah. The NAS, that's Norwalk Aquarium Society. Sorry. That is coming up May 5th. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday, there is a swap in Westport, Connecticut. And I will be down there vending some product. And my buddy Jake is going to be coming with me. This weekend is the New England Cichlid Association spring, not swap, but spring auction. And that is, hold on, let me look it up real quick so I can give you the exact date. New England. That's a good one too if you are in the New England area or Eastern New York, or even we get a lot of people that come up from New Jersey. New England Cichlid Association. I'm just looking it up online. So events, let me look up the events. So yeah, Sunday, April 28th. So that's this Sunday from 9 to 5. And sometimes it carries over. It is in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. So that is just on the north side of Hartford. And it's actually easy, super easy to get to. For me, I just take 90 down to 91 and I'm there. I like going there because there's a barbecue place called Bear's Smokehouse just around the corner. And, I'm fat, so I like to eat. What's up, Fishy On? Twice in one day. Yeah, Alishan. Hold on. I'm scrolling up. Only Oscars. Davo. Fishy On. My buddy Alishan. Wish I can go to the Nika auction. Lots of uncommon cichlids. 100%. Nika, New England Cichlid Association, is all about like uncommon, rare cichlids. That's their forte. But some people think of them as a snob club. They're not. I've been a member of Nika probably since 20. Not for a long time, but probably since 2017. I've been a member. I really love that club. I consider Nika one of my home clubs. I say one of because where I am at, we don't have any clubs. But I'm good friends with many of the members of Nika. Another club that I consider a home club is the Norwalk Aquarium Society. So those two clubs are probably my two home clubs, if you want to put that in quotations. There's a club that meets in Carmel, New York, the Danbury Area Aquarium Society. I'm pretty tight with. Alishan helps run a club in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. It's kind of far from me, but I really love that club too. So, yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm missing chat. So, I'm scrolling. If in Maryland, good event this Sunday. Yeah, I actually looked at coming down, but that's like that event, Frogs Fish and More, is like a 6-hour ride for me. So I was like, I can't put that one in the budget. And Alishan is right. Nika brings in a lot of fish from all over the place. We bring in stuff from Europe. Oliver Luganis. If you guys don't know who Oliver is, check out on YouTube Below Water Aquatics. Check out his YouTube channel. Oliver is like one of those Indiana Jones types that actually goes out in the field and studies fish, collects fish, and gets a lot of good fish. He brings in a lot of stuff from South America now. He used to do a lot of stuff from Africa, but mostly South America now. But, yep. What's up, Vinoski? Bob, hello. Danikin, what's happening, Kenny? So, yeah. Again, if you're just joining us, I appreciate you guys tuning in. You know I don't stream a lot unless I'm unboxing some goods. But I looked on the calendar and there wasn't really nobody on. So I said F it because Jeff Kane, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, also known as Jeff, was bugging me to do more lives. I would like to get my watch hours up, but it don't really matter. I don't look to monetize YouTube. YouTube is just a tool. I've said this in the past. YouTube is just a tool to help me sell products. But yeah. Below Water Aquatics, super cool channel, super cool guy, Jeff. Um, really good guy. I've met Oliver a couple times. I've had fish that he brought in um, probably 5 years ago. The Pseudochronolabris CF pyrocaudalis, also known or AKA graybacks. That's a big long word, but there's very few in the country. Those fish that Oliver brought in will probably never be collected again. They come from Lake Meru, Africa. And the reason I've talked to Oliver, and he said they'll probably never be collected again, is because of the remote area, but it's mainly like really dangerous for political reasons. There's a lot of uh, fighting, and it's in a war zone. So he said they'll probably never be collected again just because of that, just because of the threat. You'll get shot going there, try to get the fish. So, and yes, Alishan, you're right. He's brought in a bunch of actually new species too, new species to the hobby. Fishman.link, hello. And he has spoken at North Jersey Aquarium Society a few times. Yeah, Oliver comes down. He doesn't live far from me, actually. He just lives up in Montreal. So Jeff says YouTube is a tool and extension of your business, Keith. That's the best way to look at it. YouTube revenue adds the total. Yeah, if we were monetized, but we're not. So maybe one day. We have plenty of subscribers. I just don't have the watch hours just because we don't go live a lot. I put out some videos. I don't put out a lot. I do some shorts. They don't get a lot of views, and I don't care. I do some videos mainly for like the core people that follow us, just to try to put out some stuff for them. And then some of the shorts I do, you guys may know or may not know, I'm 12 years old mentally, so sometimes I put out some shorts that I just find funny as a immature person. So, yeah. So some of the titles that I do with some of the shorts, I'm just goofing. So yeah, a lot of my shorts are just goofing around. But I do that all the time. My wife gets mad at me because she says I goof too much. And I do. I fuck around with Jake and Elijah all the time, and yeah, I'm a fucking dork. So, but that's it. What's up, Eduardo? Hello. And yeah, we're all tools. We're all tools of the system. You guys didn't catch my joke, or maybe if you did, no one commented on it, or I missed a comment. When I was live earlier today, I opened up the Brazilian pennywort. So Brazilian pennywort is a very fragrant plant. It smells very good. And my joke of the day that kind of hurt my feelings because nobody caught on, but I said I'm going to sniff it like Joe Biden sniffs little girls. So it's probably not appropriate, but I thought it was funny. So anyways, and Alishan's all full of names here. Yes, Mr. Kent, Mr. Loris Kent is another guy. I follow Alishan. I follow Lawrence, and I've had oh, Man, I got some people that don't like my humor. But anyways, back to Lawrence. Yeah, he's another guy that with the job that he does something with the Bill Gates Foundation, and goes around all over the world, um, spreading GMO seeds in third world countries. But so with that and whatever on that part, but he gets to go all over the world, and he's an avid fish enthusiast, so he always brings a dip net. Right now, the last thing I seen him post, he was been collecting in Malaysia, so he's been posting some really cool fish. So, what's up, Zenny? Yeah, so twice in one day. Yep. This is just a BS session. If you guys want to talk about fish, I see Alishan is dropping some names with some good people that get fish that are not commonly seen to us in the hobby. So we were talking about Oliver and Lawrence Kent. Crop development in the third world. Yeah. And that, Alishan, actually, it's a bunch of GMO stuff. So I don't get into that side, but whatever. It's good. So yeah, spread those Monsanto seeds. Hold on. Oink. Crystal asked me a question. Have you found dwarf water lily to be relatively regenerative in wanting to be a good Brochardy mom? My asshole fish kids destroyed it right down to the bulb. Dwarf water lily, like the aquarium dwarf water lily, or like the hardy dwarf lily. Probably the dwarf water lily. If it still has like some sprouts coming out of the bulb, Crystal, I would just leave it alone, and it should be okay. Maybe if you're Brochardy or chewing on it, move it to another tank. But I wouldn't toss it. I would see if it comes back. I'm scrolling. Let me hide that. I said hi to Eduardo. Coro, hello. California tried to warn you GMO causes cancer. Everything causes cancer in California. So I'm hearing is don't eat my glowfish. Yes. Yeah. I grew up in California. A lot of people don't realize that, but I grew up from the age of 2 until I was 17 in Monterey County, California. Just in between Watsonville and Salinas, if anybody's familiar with California. But that's where I grew up. So I'm an Army brat. So that was my dad's last duty station, Fort Ord, California. So we moved there when I was 2 years old. My dad got out of the military. My mom wanted to stay in California, so I stayed there, went to school there. And at 17 years old is when I joined the Navy, and then I left California. And when I got out of the Navy, I went back to California for a few months, said F that, and then left there and then moved to Alabama. And then lived in Alabama for 11 years, I think. And then moved up to upstate New York for love. And I've actually been in upstate New York the longest out of any other place that I lived. Not because I like it, but a woman, makes you do certain things in life. So that's why I'm still in upstate California. So I wouldn't doubt it, Jeff. California is a beautiful state, a lot of beautiful people, like really beautiful state. But the politics, the government, the cities of California, yeah, they're a huge cancer on society and whole, in my opinion. So And if you don't know, I'm very opinionated. So if you don't agree with my opinions, sorry. Um, I ain't looking to argue. I just tell you like it is. Tell you like I think it is. So, what's up, Big Easy? What's up, Melvin? And you guys got some other questions? Throw me some questions because I didn't come on here. This is like impromptu, no material, no subject, no nothing. So, oh, well, we got Melvin here. Melvin, I mentioned the other night on the stream that Dee Dee and Jenna did that if you want, I will cover your registration fee at the Keystone Clash. You just got to get there, and then I'm not going to pay your room and board, but I KJE Aquatics will cover your registration fee, Melvin. So hit me up if you're interested, and I'll get you a ticket. But you got to show up. You got to show up. And again, you just I can't pay your transportation and I can't pay your lodging, but I'll shoot the breeze with you, and I'll buy you a couple beers or sodas or whatever you partake in. So, anyone interested in your ticket? I've already registered. Have you started breeding Mut Guppies from Michael yet? No. Yeah, Bob brings this up. Me and Michael were talking, and I'm gonna do a collaboration with Michael and Michael's Fish Room. Check out his stuff, michaelsfishroom.com. You could also check out his YouTube channel at Michael's Fish Room. So that's a plug for my buddy Mike. But one of my tubs this year, because I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna do, Mike jokingly said, "Do guppies." I don't keep guppies anymore, but I said, "To heck with it." I was like, "Send me some." And so that kicked it off, and we're gonna do one of my tubs with Michael's Fish Room Mut Guppies, so just a mixed strain of guppies. And at the end of the season, we'll see what we got. I'll do a couple videos, how it progresses over the season, and then at the end of the show, I'll bag them up and I'll drive them down to them. Mike lives about 4.5 hours from here, but if I have a ton of guppies, I don't want to ship a ton of guppies, so I'll just put them in the car, drive down there, grab some lunch with Mike, turn around and come back. So, but yeah, so that's a plan. Thank you, Keith, for a fish that is supposed to be prolific. The only thing my done is, but yeah. Brashardi, just do some sand and some stone. Crystal, you could put some Vallisneria spiralis, but if they're digging, put them in some pots. So put some Val in some pots, and that'll be good for those. Can you get that deal? I offered it to Melvin. Thank you, sir. Hold on. And I want to go to the Charlotte, North Carolina in June, but it's not going to work out. Yeah, that's a 2-day show that Sabu originally started to organize with a couple other people. I thought about it, but that's Charlotte for me is like, I think it's 12 hours, 13 hours. So I thought about it, but when I go to shows, I gotta be able to like at least come close to breaking even, and I don't think I'll do it at that show, but who knows? I just don't have like a huge amount of capital right now to invest in a show. It's one reason I didn't do the NEC, and the NEC that was one I get. The NEC was a show that's actually close to me, wasn't that far, just a little less than 3 hours, and I gambled right. I definitely gambled right. I think they had less than 100 attendees, So I would have lost my ass if I would have vended at the NEC. And there, Zenny put up Michael's Fish Room links. Stop by me on the way back home. Yeah, if I go down to see Mike, if you're not far from Mike, Tom, I could do that. But that won't be till the end of the the end of the season. Or you know what? Like the end of the season comes around. The end of tub season is actually around when you guys are having the auction, Alishan. If you want to throw up the date for the Bucks County auction, I think that's September something. So I might tie that all into one. So bring a bunch of guppies down, give them to Mike at the auction if he's going to come over and attend the auction. So because I definitely really want to come down to the Bucks County auction again. If you guys are within I say if you're within 3.5 hours of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, I would say maybe even 4 hours is definitely worth the ride to check out the Bucks County Aquarium Society's annual auction. It's a great club. If you're looking to sell, Bucks County only charges the seller $1 a bag on live goods, which is the best anywhere. Most clubs in the Northeast up by me are a 60-40 split, which I'm not don't like it too much. And then the other ones are the ones that are a little bit better than that, are a 70-30 split. So it's a little bit better, but the majority of them are 60-40. But Bucks County only does $1 a bag on live goods. And you can't beat that. So if it sells for $50, I get 49 of it, and Bucks County gets $1. So, but yeah, yes, it is. That's the $1 a bag auction on live goods. Frogs fishing more. So if you bring dry goods, I think Alishan told me the split on dry goods is 60-40 still on dry goods. So if you bring old fish tanks, old, decorations or whatever, you're still going to get, 60-40 split. But live goods are on fish, live foods, and invertebrates. So I don't know the exact date. If Alishan's still here, he could put up the date. But if you follow my Facebook page, you'll see what events that KJE is going to. I always put them up. So, and Melvin's answer me. Okay, Keith, let me and my nephew was talking about it. So we are trying to figure out about getting there and the hotel. We just need to know when is the date of the clash. Oh, I know the mods in here could throw up all the information on the Keystone Clash. If you go to keystoneclash.com, the organization has a website. So keystoneclash.com, you can find out all the information you need right there. even a link for the hotel. So we can do that because of the generosity of people like Keith. Oh, yeah. So Alishan's kissing my butt, but no, for real. Alishan, if you guys don't know, if you met him in person, his name's Tom. His real name ain't Alishan, but Tom works his ass off to get donations for the club. And Bucks County gets a ton of donations from all types of manufacturers throughout the industry, and donations from local fish stores, donations from small businesses like KJE, like Super Cichlids, like Michael's Fish Room. A lot of people donate to the Bucks County Aquarium Society, and all donations are 100% the proceeds are all go to the aquarium club. So yeah, so whatever donations that they get, and then whatever they sell it for, that all goes to the club. So, and they get a lot of donations. They really do. We donate what we can. We're not a big company, but they get some good stuff, from some of the big boys, Fritz Aquatics, Fluval, Aqueon and whatnot. They send in some really good stuff, and then you got a chance to get the stuff if you go to the auction for below retail price, guaranteed. Some of the stuff goes like, sometimes I get embarrassed for like what it goes for. Sometimes the stuff goes like really cheap, and I know the retail value on a lot of stuff, and I was like, they just got that for $10, and if you go to the local fish store, that shit sells for like 60. So whatever. So, but yeah. What's up, Robert P? And again, I texted you earlier, Robert. After the live stream this morning, Robert placed the order with us, and we turned around and got it right back out. And then if Stephen P and Jenna, if lurking or whatever, I missed you, but if I didn't see him. But anyways, Stephen P sent a nice order right after the live stream. Much appreciated, and a few other people. So yeah, it's all appreciated. Alishan, if I come down again, which when I come down again, I help you too. A lot of the times when I go to different clubs, even though if I'm not a member, I get bored just sitting in the chair. So I'll get up and I'll help where I can. No, I sold 2 of them. So those mother pots of Anubias that I got in that you guys can see on the unboxing, I still have 8 of them left. We brought in 10, so I sold 2, but we still got 8. Oh, we try. Yeah. If I have time if I get an order in and I have time in the day to pull it, pack it, get it to the post office or UPS, I do. We got to compete with Amazon, really. Amazon gets it to you right away, and we try to. I don't like to sit on orders, but like right now, it's 5:50 Eastern time right now. If you place the order right now, obviously I can't get it out today, but I would get it packed and shipped out tomorrow, depending. Now, when I say depending, that's if it's live goods, just to let you guys know that are here, live goods typically ship on Mondays and Tuesdays. If you're within my region, I'll ship live goods on Wednesday if you're within my region. Outside of the region, Monday, Tuesday, and if I'm not busy at a swap or a sale or a convention, we'll ship priority mail on Saturdays. And don't fret about live goods going on a Saturday. Just know the United States Postal Service doesn't stop moving mail. They don't stop moving packages just because it's Sunday. So we ship on Saturday, and you typically will get a package Monday or Tuesday. So it's still within, Saturday means Sunday's still a day for the package to move. Now, you're not going to get, if I shipped it on Friday and it's a 2-day delivery point, you're not going to get it on Sunday. That's why we don't ship on Friday. We'll ship on Saturday, 2 days, priority mail. Typically get it on Monday, sometimes Tuesday. Priority mail isn't the most efficient way to ship product, but we have to use it because shipping goods is like super expensive, and USPS is probably the most economical way. They do have their hiccups, but so do FedEx and UPS. A lot of stuff within region I'll ship UPS. Like I shipped a box today to Robert P. that's here in chat. He lives down in Beacon, New York, which is probably, I don't even know. Beacon is probably 80 miles from me, 90 miles south of me. I shipped his package UPS. It's a one-day delivery point for UPS. If I ship stuff to say Alishan, he lives around Bucks County, Pennsylvania. That's a one-day point for UPS. UPS ground. So a lot of times we use UPS ground. So, and Mr. Craig, thank you for showing up. Thank you, Zenny. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna cry about it, but it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to try to make a living at it. It really is. But I enjoy what I do. And I've been running KJE since 2016. But we went full time. I'm doing this full time now since 2022. I left my prior employer on terms that weren't that great, but that's another story. And if you follow me enough, you might have heard my little rant about them. So that's all right. What was the unusual marginal that you brought in? Virginia is part of the name. Oh, I actually brought two with Virginia in the name. They're the obedient plant. I forget the exact scientific name, but the Virginia something something was in it. And then we brought in the green arum, which is has Virginia in it too. So yeah, that's two of the marginals we brought in that might meet that description. The green arum was one more like an arrowhead type looking plant, and the obedient plant was green leaves and had the pink flowers. Any time frame on the lilies? The ones that you want, Robert? I don't get the list out for next week until tomorrow. So if you guys are looking for like ordering plants, this is working with the nurseries that I do. We get the availability list on Wednesday late afternoon. I have to place an order for the following week by Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So I get the list. I usually order the stuff Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, and then I'll have it shipped. Then they ship it on Sunday, usually for Monday pickup. But I picked up today on Tuesday, my choice, because I had a bunch of fish I had to ship out yesterday. So I didn't want to be stressing too hard with boxing up fish, shipping them out, having to go to the airport and get that stuff in, then unbox it all in one day. So I asked the nursery to ship my stuff on Monday, which would be ready for Tuesday pickup. So, but yeah. Yeah, the flowering one's the obedient plant, Alishan. What's up, Salient? So I'm just scrolling right here. But yeah. So how long we've been on right now? 40 minutes, right around 40 minutes. Shoot, 28 people here. That's pretty good actually for one of my streams. So much appreciated. And so why is it so inconsistent? I don't know what's inconsistent. So explain me something. So yeah. Anyways, back to you, Melvin. Once you find out if you can make it, let me know. I'll hook you up on the pass. And if you want to work the KJE booth, I'll let you help me talk to customers and sell some shit too. It'll be fun. So I love doing conventions. I really do. A lot of times you really don't make a lot of money at conventions, but you get to interact with, with the people in the hobby. So conventions are a lot of fun. Get a lot of talk, a lot of crap, and I do talk crap too. So I'll cut up and joke with you guys too, in person or online. It don't matter. I goof around. So I'm not sure how I went from 30 views to thousands overnight, but I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I seen some of that, Craig. I don't know. You hit the algorithm, like you must have like hit the lottery on the algorithm because it jumps up. My views right now, I got 24 in here. That's actually good for my channel. So I appreciate all 24 of you that are watching right now. Why is the plant name Virginia and then plant name Carolina? Shouldn't it be? I'm confused, Coral. So I don't know what you're. Yeah. Keith will talk crap on a box. Keith will talk crap with the fox. Yeah. Yeah, riddle me that, Batman. Coral, I can't answer that question because I don't make up scientific names and I could barely read 90% of them, so I don't know. Just setting up the bag, getting them ready. The bag. Oh, one of those fabric plant bags, Bob. They actually work pretty good for lilies. I have some that I bought last year. They do work good. Those plastic tubs that I showed on the live, you can get at Tractor Supply. They're like, I think like 7 or 10 gallon tubs at Tractor Supply work really well for lilies also. But those those fabric bags are actually pretty cheap. You can get like a pack of 2 or 3 online, pretty cheap. So, and they do work good. Someone pulled someone's finger, Coral. So. Current viewers 24, max viewers 29, participation 25, like counts 22. Okay. Thank you for the stats. Stat of the day. Any of you guys listen to Dan Patrick Show? Those in the tubs at Home Depot are cheap, 2 for like 1/2 barrel. Okay. Yeah. And you can get for the lilies, Bob, like that that kitty litter, the oil speedy dry stuff. I get that at Tractor Supply. They'll probably have that at Home Depot as well. But I think Tractor Supply, a 33-pound bag is, I think it's $9, so 8 and some change, plus tax. So just say $9 or $10 if you just want to round it up. But one of those sacks will do quite a few containers. And then, like I said on the stream earlier today or prior, that and if you're at Home Depot, you go out in the garden section, you probably get a bottle of fertilizer for the lilies. I don't know what they cost, but I use the same root fertilizers that I use for aquarium plants for our lilies, and that they work. Maybe they're not as potent. I don't know, but I don't keep lilies long term here. We bring them in. Um, if you buy them right away, then I just bring them in, put them in a bag, ship them back out. But if I bring in stock and it's going to sit here for I don't know how long until I sell it, then I'll pot them up and feed them some nutrients so they look nice when I send them to the customer. So that's what we do here. But yeah. Okay, you got a Tractor Supply. Okay, yeah. I think it's $9, eight and some change. I don't know my potency. Well, I got 2 boys, so at one time it was potent enough. So, and no telling if there's any more in the Far East. What's up, Zanado? But here that I could that have my last name, I got 2 boys. So at one time it was potent. So, Mr. Zanadu, hello. Excuse me. But yeah, so going back to what KJE is about, you guys ain't asking me questions, so I'm going to talk business. If you check out our website, you'll see that we pretty much sell everything you need for the aquarium hobby. Some stuff for the pond hobby. It's a one-stop shop, so you can get plants from us. You can get airline, air stones, fish food. We only try to sell the best. Here we go. This Dr. Basler in fish food line is personally my favorite fish food. We've been using Basler longer than I've been selling it. I started selling it because I was using it. I was buying it from a friend of mine, and then I was able to bring the line on once I started selling dry goods. But I really love Basler's. Northfin sales. Northfin is really good food, Alishan. But the sales are slow. The reason being is there's so much. Let me use this. There's so much cutthroating going on with Northfin right now. They're trying to clean it up, but you even got players selling Northfin like Chewy below map price. And Northfin's trying to clean it up. So I try to stick with map because that's what I'm told I have to do. But what sucks is they'll enforce it on the little guy like me, but then they'll let Chewy sell below map. So, but Northfin is good food. The reason I prefer Basler over Northfin is because you have way more variety. Variety is the key to good fish health. You got way more variety with Dr. Basler. For instance, so this is garlic medium. Medium pellet is a 0.5 millimeter, so it's really small. Now in the Northfin pellet this size, all you have is the nano bits. So if you want a Northfin nano bits, that's it. But that being said, say I got garlic in this size pellet, then I could have a jar of pumpkin. I have kind of a jar of chlorella. So, and then you can mix them all up if you want. You don't have to go with this big of a jar. They also sell a 60-gram jar, or they sell 600 to 680-gram jar. So you got way more variety in the fish food. So, what is the Flourish Iron again for? The Flourish Iron for your plants is just to make you waste money. So that's what I got to say about Flourish Iron. So, oh, should I just order on Chewy as fast as I can? Thanks for the tip. You guys could order on Amazon, Chewy, or whatever. I know you're making a joke, but they don't help the hobby at all. They might help your pocketbook, but Amazon and Chewy, you want to talk product, and you want to bring up something that really pisses me off is somebody asked me a ton of questions, and I'll bring the product up, either on like Basler food or plant fertilizers. The person asked me a ton of questions about Thrive fertilizers, and I give them all the information, and then I find out they buy it somewhere else. They'll go on Amazon, or they'll buy it somewhere else. Thrive Nylock G sells direct, which is fine. Their direct price is more than my price, which is okay. He does that on purpose. But yeah, I've had people on more than one occasion ask me a bunch of product questions and then never buy it from me. And then I see that they bought it somewhere else. And they just say, oh, thanks for the information. Fuck you. That's what I say. I say a big fuck you. Don't ask me questions if you ain't going to buy it from me, So yeah, that's just a little rant. So sorry, get off on a tangent. So, all right. I want to thank you again for the Dr. Basler Lapacho. All my fish love it. Betas, tetras, da da da. Oh yeah, all of the Basler foods are really palatable as long as you match the pellet size for the fish, and I suggest going with a smaller pellet than you might think. Just to start with, because the fish like actually eat smaller pellets like more easily than they do a larger pellet. So Keith, we support you like why. Yes, Eduardo, you show a lot of love to KJE Aquatics, and it is much appreciated. It really is. If you guys don't know, Eduardo, not just KJE. This fella here supports way more than just KJE in the fish fam. 100%. Like the other night, he I don't know the gentleman, but he had some really nice fish. That Max Aquatic. Shoot. Eduardo supported that gentleman. He dropped some cash with that man. So it's really good to see. Eduardo, if Eduardo didn't keep fish and hang out with the fish fam, he would probably be a very rich man. So that's what I got to say about that. Mr. Nathan. Check. Okay. I had them shipped to Richard. Yes. So Mr. Richard is going to breed them, and then hopefully everybody in the fish fam has the opportunity to get some if they want.
I'm going to go up to Braden's.
Okay.
Where you go?
Yeah. Peace.
Call me if you need anything.
You just going to hang out over there?
Yeah.
Jake's going to hang out with his gay buddies over at Braden's house. It's all good, though. They all love each other. But I ain't rich, just born to be happy and share it. There you go. I ain't rich either. That's why I try to sell fish product, which if you guys ever want to get into selling plants, fish food, and whatnot, you're not going to make money. Honestly, the best way to make money in this hobby is selling the fish themselves. So you can make money selling fish. You really can, especially if you can. You're not going to make a ton of money, but if you're able to breed your own stock, if you got enough room and you can breed your own stock, you can. Like I said, you're not going to make a ton of money, but you can make some money. But then also, if you get into importing fish, the key is getting good sources, good reliable sources that you could trust. That's the hard part. That's the real hard part. Is networking and finding good reliable sources. And then if you can get that, and you can get healthy fish consistently, you can make money on selling fish. But you're not going to make a ton of money. Even if you want to open a pet store. A lot of us have thought about it, dreamed about it, and still like tinker with the idea, um, you're not gonna make money. So let me see what. Oh yeah, and that's a fact. How do you become a millionaire in the hobby? Start as a billionaire. That's true, because you lose money. Um, you could self sustain and get by, but it's not easy. You got to hustle all the time. Even doing what I do, we're strictly e-commerce, and I've fooled around with the idea about opening a brick and mortar, but I don't know, man. And then my local area actually would probably do okay with a good brick and mortar. We only have I only have one other store that I consider competition. There's another one that the dude's a pure fucking cockface, so I just kind of laugh them off. But there's like in my area, there's only one store. Um, there's a gentleman that's in Albany that that I seen online that does strictly saltwater and like coral and stuff, and then he's just open for appointment. And I just ran across him recently, so he doesn't do anything freshwater, and then that's it. So I I could probably do a local fish store, but you also have to have the capital and to do it. And I just got chump change. I'm a broke ass mofo. So, anyways, let's see. It's 100% correct. Keep dealing with informed Aquarius hobbies. It's a real long term breeder. Yep. Those Celestial Pearl Danios that I sold the other night on Skipper's auction, we have them on the website too. I don't sell a lot of fish on the website, but I do have the CPDs listed on the website. And before I forget, if you guys want the CPDs, they're on the website. If you want 10 or more, message me and I'll give you a coupon code to give you 15% off on quantities of 10 or more. All right. Now, if you want to order 5, you're going to pay the retail price that's on the website, which I think is $6.49, which is still really good. It's cheaper than Aquatic Arts. It's cheaper than Flip. It's cheaper than Wet Spot. Wet Spot wants $10 a piece for them. It's cheaper. It's cheaper than anybody else. Imperial Tropicals. It's cheaper than I don't even know who else. But our fish are locally bred. I bred some, and I have a friend of mine that's local to me that breeds a ton of them. And he sells some to one of the local fish stores, and he sells some to me. So I buy them from him. I go over, I buy them from him. Sometimes we do some horse trading for fish food and whatnot. But I give him the asking price that he asked for him, and that's how we deal. And then I sell them. Then I also sell the fish that I breed here. So cheaper than any pet store, yes. The local fish store, Alishan. What's up, Tom? The local fish store in my area, the one that I go to, the other one I don't even know because I haven't been there in years. But the local fish store I go to right now has CPDs at their store, and I understand they got like more overhead and stuff like that. So I totally understand it. But I think they're selling them at 9 and some change each, which is more than ours. And I don't know if they're imported or locally bred. I don't know. So CPDs $9.99 regular. Yeah, that's about the going price, Eduardo, for a lot of the local fish stores. Even online, like I said, the Wet Spot. The Wet Spot's a great source. I buy stuff from the Wet Spot on occasion. I buy some stuff from Imperial Tropicals on occasion. Great fish, and they're not gouging anybody. It's the market value of the fish. It really is. So if the market value dictates, you know, $9.99 for the fish, you're getting it. If you bring in stock and you're getting it, people are buying it. Business is business. You got bills to pay. You got employees to pay. So I totally get it. I don't really dog on any fish store that charges, what they do at the fish store. I see some stuff online. Some of you might have heard me rant on it before, but I'll leave it at that. I see some stuff online that is totally out of the norm, and I'll say some stuff on that, but it's not the market value. That's why. Um, if market value on a fish is $9.99, but someone's selling it for $29.99, I'd be like, fuck that. So, but yeah. No, we don't we don't uh we don't sell them tiny. The ones that I have, Alishan, are pretty much. Some of them might be a little bit smaller, but they're young adults, and they'll be spawning like any time really. So yes, some arroz con pollo. I that double L. I goof around with my wife all the time, and I tell her I want some palo for dinner. I said, cook me some palo. So, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if like I said, if you guys are interested in CPDs, I currently have probably at least 100 in stock. Um, so if you want 10 or more, and I suggest if you get CPDs from me, is beautiful fish. I love the little fish. I suggest the bigger the group, the better. Um, my buddy that breeds some that I buy some from, 75, I forget, but he has a tank that probably has over 100 CPDs, adult size ones, and it just it looks cool shit when they're going back and forth in the tank. When you have when you when you have like 4 or 5 in a tank, they're kind of skittish and they hide a lot. And you're right there. So the more, the happier to get fry, 100%. Carefully, palo is something else, usually long. I don't, I don't know that slang word. All right, so you taught me something new, palo. So I say palo, so not palo. You say oh, not ah. Yeah, I have to look that one up. I'm gonna write that down because I don't know that slang word, palo. And I grew up in California, so I know, I know a lot of the slang from California, but I never heard that one. It's funny though. So, Maldito Jorge always going for the shaft. Yeah, yeah. No shaft for me. I don't want no shaft. So yeah. But yeah, is anybody else live right now? Because if they are, I'll go ahead and kick it and get off here, and you guys can go join them. Let me look real quick. Oh, there's 3 people. Salient's live. I'm live, and Adele is live. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, guys. I don't want to cut into anybody else, but go hang out with Salient or Adele, and I appreciate you. Um, oh, hold on. Paulo is Pole, Keith. Okay, Keith. What other fishes do you have? So I answered this before I go. As far as for sale, I don't have any fish for sale right now. Um, I'm gonna tub some stuff. So at the end of the season, I'll have some fry that I'll be selling as fry, because most of the fish I sell, except for the CPDs, are sold as fry here. The CPDs I sell a little bit bigger, and then I used to sell guppies. I didn't sell guppy fry. I used to sell them as pairs, so I would wait till I could pair them off, or at least sex them. But I don't do guppies anymore. And then I used to do antlers too. I used to do some Blue Star antlers, and I used to do N class black bar antlers, and I would wait till I could sex those out and sell them. But everything else gets sold as fry generally. All the G'dayeds, I sell them as fry, but I don't have anything for sale right now. I wish some of my G'dayeds were more prolific, but in general, they're the species in general. So the G'daya species in general are not very prolific. They usually only breed, if you're lucky, every 60 days, and a lot of them only drop 4, 5, 10 at the most fry. So you don't get a lot. So that being said, the Xenotoka complex, the Eisen Eye, the Dodrio Eye, the Lion's Eye, there's some other ones too, but the Xenotoka species complex, they're very prolific. And when people say they're rare, they're really not rare in the hobby. Some people ought to figure that out. When some people say I breed rare fish, if they're rare in nature, yeah, but they're not rare and they're super common in the hobby, then to me they're not rare. Like if you guys Xenotoka Dodrio Eye, I don't want them really. They're not worth much because there's a zillion of them in the hobby. But anyways, that's another stream. Alisham wants a third one tonight, but I don't know if I are. Yeah, exactly. They're not worth nothing. So if you guys are looking to keep G'dayeds, and I encourage it, a good species to get to start with, just to play around with, I guess, is the Dodrio Eye. They're very prolific, but don't overspend for them. Really don't. I wouldn't spend more than $5 a fish. So just letting you know. And then $5 a fish is probably too much. So just letting you know. Now there's other ones. The Crocodile Audax El Toboso. Those, $100 a pair is that's no biggie. You can find them cheaper, you can find them more, but on $100 a pair, that's like a going market value. But what's up, Jeff Bennett? So, but yeah. Anyways, there's other people on, and I said I was getting off, and now I'm getting off. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. I really do. And I'll try to do this more often because Jeff bugs me to do it more often. So maybe I'll listen to him. But anyways, gonna go. Peace out, guys.